Welcome to AlleyCats Weekly, your weekly look at the Indianapolis AlleyCats. I'm Heath Shanahan. As always, we are brought to you by Dr. John Rempel and Health Zone Chiropractic. The AlleyCats come away with a split on their long road trip to Wisconsin and Minnesota, falling on Saturday to the Madison Radicals 16-20, but getting a much-needed victory on Sunday 29-21 against the Minnesota Wind Chill. Saturday's game against the Madison Radicals was a battle against the weather for both teams, with heavy rains and a lightning delay. The Cats trailed 7-11 at half and were feeling confident, but, as Alex Kriza described it, the monsoon hit in the second half. When the final horn sounded, the final score was Cats 16, Radicals 20. Standouts on offense were Cameron Brock with 7 goals and 4 assists, and David Hordemiller with 3 goals. Defensively, Travis Carpenter finished the game with a then season-high 4 Ds. Sunday brought a different story. The conditions in Minnesota were drier, but the winds were strong. This game was a tale of two halves as the Cats went down early in the first quarter, but came back to tie the game at 12s at halftime. Then in the second half, the defense showed that they were there to play. The Cats outscored the Wind Chill 17-9 in the second half, winning the game 29-21. Offensive standouts were Keenan Plew, who had a season-high 7 goals, Cameron Brock, who had 4 goals and 6 assists, and Kyle Cox, who had 4 assists. Defensively, the player of the game was Travis Carpenter, who had 5 goals, 3 assists, and his new season-high 6 Ds. Peter Carlton had 4 Ds, Chris Elworth had 4 goals, Luke Broderick had 5 assists, and Mike Ford ended with 4 assists. 12 different AlleyCats recorded a D. After the game, Jonathan Abraham caught up with player-coach Scott O'Brien about getting a much-needed win after a loss, and then spoke with Travis Carpenter about his defensive improvement this year.
I'm here with Scott O'Brien. How's it feel to get a big road win after a loss on Saturday?
It feels great getting the road win, obviously. We know that Minnesota was right on our heels and for the standings, so it feels great to not really solidify it, but we came in saying that this was pretty much a must-win game. The loss last night really hurt. We certainly are clicking, and we know that. We just got to get away from the slow start. So big win today. We still had a slow start, but our D-line really came through, and our O-line was much more consistent today. So really gratifying. Splitting the weekend, unfortunately, we should have went 2-0, but the splitting the weekend is good.
Tell me about how the D improved between Sunday and Saturday.
I think a big thing was that we actually did a good job of taking care of our bodies. A lot of people were being really smart about warm-ups today and not wearing themselves out too much, but also stretching really well. I think that losing on Saturday really fired us up and really got us angry, and I think we came in with not only that frustration to want to make up for it, but also kind of wanting some revenge for when they kind of embarrassed us on our home turf the first time they played us, and we kind of wanted to do the same thing back to them. So we all just talked before the game, got real pumped up, and said how bad we wanted this one, and just went for it.
All right, thank you very much.
With the win over the Wind Chill, the AlleyCats are 2 wins away, or a win this weekend and a Wind Chill loss, away from clinching the 3rd and final playoff spot in the Midwest Division. This weekend, the Cats hosted Detroit Mechanics at Kuntz Memorial Stadium on Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Come out and join us as we look to take one more step towards the playoffs. This ends another edition of AlleyCats Weekly. Join us next week as we break down this week's game and look forward into the AUDL season.